Reorganization meeting of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners will please come to order.
Good evening, everyone. And before we move to the moment of silence this evening, I'd like to address the events that took place in Washington, D.C. yesterday. I, like many of you, am horrified and saddened by the deplorable attack to our nation's Capitol building and ultimately our democracy, and for the tragic loss of life. Yesterday's mob is not representative of who we are as a nation. We will not falter because of the provocations of a few. In the United States and here in Middlesex County, we believe in unity and peace and deeply respect our democracy, our country, and our fellow Americans. I ask you now to join me in a moment of silence for our troops, first responders, healthcare, and other frontline workers, that they always return home safely. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge all of the victims of the COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, I would like to take this time to recognize Gerald Tamburo, Mayor of Monroe Township, who passed away surrounded by family on December 30th, 2020. Mayor Tamburo was a dedicated public servant who was committed to helping his community thrive. I offer my deepest condolences to his family and friends and hope that you find comfort in knowing that he touched the lives of so many. Thank you. Now I'd like to lead you in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law, notice of this public meeting has been published in the Home News Tribune and Star Ledger newspapers and posted on the Middlesex County website, as well as on the front door and bulletin board of the Middlesex County Administration Building at least 48 hours in advance of this meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting. Participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portions of this meeting. Members of the public joining via telephone must press *9 to virtually raise their hand to speak. Members of the public joining via computer or Zoom app should click on the Raise Hand button on their screen. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in the queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, participants on the phone will be instructed to press *6 to unmute themselves. Participants on the computer or Zoom app will receive a request to unmute themselves via a pop-up window. You will know when you have been unmuted and it is time to speak when you hear the operator say you are unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments or told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. At this time, I would like to recognize County Commissioner Ronald G. Rios to MC the next portion of our program.
Thank you, Amy. It is my honor to recognize Elaine Flynn on her retirement after 25 years as county clerk. Elaine made history as the first woman to be elected as clerk in Middlesex County and as the longest serving clerk in county history. She leaves an impressive legacy. We've put together the following video celebrating Elaine. Take a look.
My good friend Elaine Flynn, fantastic and efficient county clerk for many years. You have graced Middlesex County with your service.
You taught me so much about kindness, to respond to each and every person who contacts us, about honesty and transparency, about dealing with concerns immediately, protecting the right of every eligible person to vote.
There's not much not to like about her. She's a very down-to-earth person. She speaks her mind very clearly, and she's the only woman I know who can buy a dress at $12 and it looks great on her.
With Elaine working for our county as the chief clerk, longest running chief clerk, Elaine has been professional and successful in all of her dealings with the election process.
I've always welcomed your frankness, candor, and sincerity. I met you many years ago on the campaign trail, and I appreciate your care and passion you spent campaigning with my dad.
One of the things, Elaine, that really stood out to me about your leadership of that office is how you were so very committed to making sure that the work that was done was consistent and in compliance with whatever laws, regulations, or state guidelines mandated that operation.
And it's been wonderful knowing you. You've been a fantastic friend, mother, teacher.
Thank you too for being a role model for women. You were the first female county clerk in Middlesex County, and you lived up to the expectations that role entailed. You are a role model.
You brought that clerk's office to the 21st century. So many people have commented to me how wonderful your office is and helpful. So on behalf of the over 850,000 residents of Middlesex County, I want to say kudos to you. Thank you for your hard work and dedication.
The Middlesex County Legislative Delegation of Senate and Assembly are pleased to salute Elaine Flynn on the conclusion of her exceptional tenure as Middlesex County Clerk. Elaine Flynn has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the people of Middlesex County by providing documents and application servicing. She has united over 3,000 couples in matrimony. Elaine has demonstrated a dedication to our community by serving on the Old Ridge Planning and Zoning Boards, by serving on the Recreation Commission. She served on the Middlesex County Children's Commission, worked with InfoLine, and also worked with the National Drug Abuse Program. Elaine previously had a very successful career as a teacher and affected the lives of many of our students in Middlesex County. She has been a pillar of the Constitutional Officers Association and many other professional groups. She was inducted into the Perth Amboy Hall of Fame for education and public service. The strength and success of the state depends upon the dedication and selfless individuals like Elaine. Thank you, Elaine, for your many years of service and dedication to Middlesex County. I am honored to follow in your footsteps. I wish you well and good health in your retirement.
Thank you, Elaine, for your many years of service. We wish you all the best in your retirement. And now I'm honored to recognize Kevin Hoagland on his retirement as county surrogate. Kevin was first elected to the role of surrogate in 1992, and since then has worked tirelessly on behalf of the people of Middlesex County. We've created a video celebrating Kevin's many contributions as county surrogate. Please take a look.
Hey Kevin, congratulations. 28 years as a Middlesex County surrogate, a well-deserved and richly earned retirement.
Thank you for all you have done for the citizens of New Brunswick, whether it be taking care of their wills and probate things, either here or in the satellite offices, doing all you can do for the National Adoption Day, taking care of all the guardians with the minors, and taking care of marrying people.
You really created such an innovative and emotional and heartfelt day in bringing together partners to celebrate Adoption Day every year. And I know that it was so very meaningful to the people that were involved, most importantly to the families and the children.
He's had so many innovations in the surrogate office in Middlesex that other counties have utilized. He led us in the Constitutional Officers Association for a number of years and was the go-to guy in the state of New Jersey on surrogate issues.
He has created, without question, the best, most efficient surrogate office in the state of New Jersey. Kevin and his staff provide unparalleled service, and his staff is very knowledgeable and very helpful.
Kevin, you really have brought the Surrogate's office to another level. I have received so many letters of support for your office, how your office has been helpful, and that's not an easy time that people are going through when they come to see you. So on behalf of all the residents of Middlesex County, I want to say thank you for your 28 years of service, and I wish you nothing but the best.
I very rarely read a resolution, but I've been asked to read this one. First elected in 1992, Kevin Hoagland has demonstrated his remarkable public spirit as the Middlesex County surrogate and his many accomplishments. Kevin Hoagland has been especially celebrated as the founder and president of the Central Jersey Spinal Cord Association, and his experience as a survivor himself has influenced the success of this nonprofit and raised millions of dollars for research into spinal cord injuries. Whereas the strength and prosperity of the state of New Jersey and the vitality of our American society greatly depend upon such concerned and industrious individuals as Kevin Hoagland, whose record of service has contributed immensely to the well-being of his neighbors and fellow citizens. A resolution can't even sum up Kevin Hoagland. He is a special person. I know his favorite expression is carpe diem. Kevin, enjoy today and enjoy the rest of your life.
Thank you, Kevin, and we wish you all the best in your retirement. Our county is pleased to enjoy strong relationships with leaders across all levels of government, from not just leaders locally in our county, but leaders in the state and federal levels as well. It is my honor to recognize the following guests who are joining us today: Speaker Craig Coughlin, Senate President Steve Sweeney, Governor Phil Murphy, Senator Bob Menendez, Senator Cory Booker, Representative Frank Pallone, Representative Bonnie Watson-Coleman. As you know, in other years, many of these leaders would have joined us in person, but I'm pleased that they took the time to be part of our virtual meeting today.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to join you all today as we start off a new year and reorganize the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners. First, let me start by saying special thank yous to two longtime public servants and friends. First, County Clerk Elaine Flynn. Elaine, the folks of Middlesex County owe you an enormous debt of gratitude for your tireless hard work over these many years, and particularly for your efforts during this most trying of election years. I'd also like to say thank you to our longtime county surrogate, Kevin Hoagland, who recently retired from the position. Kevin is a great personal friend of mine, and I've seen firsthand what he brings to the table in service to Middlesex County. I've worked with Kevin on a number of issues, including probating wills and guardianships. And Kevin, I'll miss working with you professionally, but I'll miss you more as a friend, although I'll always be there and look forward to seeing you at the next Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. My congratulations also go out to our recently elected commissioners, Leslie Koppel and Charlie Tamaro. Congratulations. I wish you all the best of luck in your new term as a Board of Commissioners, and thank you for your great efforts and leadership over the past term. Congratulations also in store for my former colleague in the General Assembly and your new county clerk, Nancy Pinkin. Nancy, thank you for all of your hard work in the legislature representing the 18th Legislative District. I know that the Assembly's loss is Middlesex gain, and I know that as county clerk, you'll serve the residents of this great county with the same tireless dedication you displayed in the Assembly. Nancy, you've become a great friend, and I will miss seeing you in Trenton, but I'll look forward to all that you'll bring to Middlesex County. It is truly an honor to represent Middlesex County in the legislature, ladies and gentlemen. In Middlesex, we have one of the most forward and strategic counties in New Jersey, as witnessed by the board's Destination 2040. Together, the county's powerful legislative delegation and the county leadership under Director Ron Rios and Deputy Director Ken Armwood will continue to do great things in Middlesex. I know that I look forward to Director Rios's remarks later this evening to reveal what's in store for 2021. With help from all of you that I know is forthcoming, the future is very bright for Middlesex County. Together, we will help ensure the hub in New Brunswick, making sure it's successful in creating jobs and promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. As the crossroads of New Jersey, the state remains committed to Middlesex County with continued and new transportation infrastructure investments. With fiscal stewardship as important as ever, the state is fortunate to have partners such as Middlesex with such extraordinary leaders and civil servants, particularly during this public health emergency caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Your stewardship throughout this crisis has been nothing short of remarkable. Again, congratulations to everyone for your service, and thank you for making Middlesex County a great place to live, work, and raise a family. To all of the mayors and council people who are here and newly elected, thank you for your service, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your hard work. I wish all of you nothing but health and happiness in the new year and great success. Happy New Year, everyone.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be able to join all of you for today's reorganization of Middlesex County government. 2020 has been a year we will all remember, but it's also one I'm sure we'd like to forget. The impact of COVID-19 has been substantial and has been felt throughout every community in our state. Middlesex County officials instantly expressed their commitment to the health and safety of the community that they represent. The response to the pandemic shows that. I also want to recognize the efforts of State Senators Linda Greenstein, Bob Smith, Patrick Deignan, Joe Vitale, and Sam Thompson. Since the onset of the pandemic, these senators have addressed COVID-related 19 issues through critical legislation, including how to better prepare and equip our nursing homes that were devastated by this pandemic. It's equally important to recognize Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, my friend and partner, for his steadfast commitment and hard work throughout this pandemic, not only to Middlesex County, but to all of New Jersey. I want to congratulate Commissioners Leslie Capel and Charlie Tomaro, who were re-elected to new terms on the board. Winning re-election is a wonderful feeling, and Middlesex County's expressed their approval of the hard work that you've shown with their votes. I also want to congratulate Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin for her victory being elected Middlesex County Clerk. Your track record proves that you know how to get things done. I am confident that you will succeed in this as well. I want to take a moment to recognize Elaine Flynn and Kevin Hoagland. Your longevity in the positions as County Clerk and Surrogate speaks volumes for your passion and commitment to Middlesex County. The two of you each have left an incredible impact on Middlesex County, and I wish both of you well in your retirements. Lastly, I want to congratulate Director Ron Rios and Deputy Director Kenneth Armwood on being reelected by your peers to your leadership roles. Your reelection reflects the faith that your peers have in your abilities to lead in the best interest for Middlesex County. Congratulations to everyone and Happy New Year. And just a note, Ron, I told you before, the best job I ever had in government was Freeholder Director. There's so much good that can be done, and I'm so proud of the work that the Middlesex County Freeholders have done over the years. They have been leaders in many issues that are important in this state. One close to my heart was special needs. Middlesex County was first before anyone else in addressing concerns and the needs of families with children that are special. So again, Ron, to you and the board, I want to congratulate everyone. You do a great job every year, and I wish everyone a healthy, safe, and Happy New Year.
Hello, Middlesex County. I am honored to once again be a part of your reorganization program, albeit virtually. So the campaigns are over, the election was free and fair, and every vote was counted. And today the hard work of governing is renewed. Middlesex County is the quintessential New Jersey county. It's a pivotal county, home to countless businesses, large and small, home to Rutgers University, home to close-knit communities, and home to more than 825,000 dedicated residents. And we all owe them our very best. I know that Middlesex County will continue to be ably represented in the new Congress by two other dear friends and stars, Representatives Frank Pallone and Bonnie Watson Coleman, as well as by another star, our newly re-elected Senator, Cory Booker, and his partner, the great Senator Bob Menendez. They are strong and capable leaders, not to mention, as I said, dear friends. I know we will continue to work extremely well together. At the state level, Middlesex continues to boast a so-called murderer's row in the State House, headed by the Speaker of the General Assembly, another great friend, Craig Coughlin. Together, we're making a real difference in the lives of every Middlesex County resident. However, I know that delegation is now down by one in the State House, as Nancy Pinkin trades in the State House for the Middlesex County Courthouse in her new role as County Clerk. Nancy, bless you. I know you will continue to be a great friend and a strong model for public service. I also want to offer my congratulations to two other friends, County Commissioners. That sounds good. Charlie Tamaro and Leslie Koppel. The people have once again asked you to serve them, whether they voted for you or not, and I know you will continue to bring pride to the newly named Board of County Commissioners. We share common goals, and right now our foremost goal must be to pull together to move our communities out of harm's way from this pandemic and on to a stronger, fairer, healthier, forward-looking future. We're all in this as one. And as Middlesex County goes in so many, many ways, so goes New Jersey. When Middlesex County succeeds, our whole state succeeds. And I am committed to being your partner in your continued success. And God bless you all. And I hope you all stay safe and healthy. And if we all keep working, I know we'll be able to be together again in person real soon. Thank you all. God bless you all. Happy New Year.
Hello, this is Senator Bob Menendez, and while I wish we could be together in person today, I'm pleased to join you all in celebrating Middlesex County's annual reorganization ceremony. Allow me to congratulate Commissioners Leslie Koppel and Charles Tamaro on their re-election, and thank Director Ron Rios and Deputy Director Kenneth Armwood for their continued service. I also want to congratulate County Clerk-elect Nancy Pinkin and recognize the great County Clerk Elaine Flynn and Surrogate Kevin Hoagland for their many years of service. To all of you swearing an oath today, you do so at a time of extraordinary challenge. Middlesex County has lost nearly 1,500 people to COVID-19. And like so many local governments across America, you have faced a 1-2 punch of soaring coronavirus response costs and plummeting tax revenues. That's why I continue to push for billions of dollars in fiscal relief for state and local governments who are left to shoulder this crisis largely on their own. The months ahead are going to be tough. The battle to rebuild our economy will be long. But as New Jersey's senior senator, I want you to know I will always be your partner, fighting for you in Washington. And I look forward to working with all of you to put this pandemic behind us and restore the promise of our economy here in Middlesex County and throughout the great state of New Jersey. Thank you and best wishes.
Hi, it's Senator Cory Booker. I first just want to say to Elaine Flynn and Kevin Hoagland, thank you for your tireless service to Middlesex County, your commitment and dedication to serving our community and making it stronger and better. I celebrate your service. I congratulate you on your retirement. And I want to congratulate the new team that is rising in Middlesex County. I am so excited about our new commissioners, Tamaro and Koppel. Thank you both for stepping up. Clearly the community has put their trust in you to serve as commissioners, and I am confident that you all will make a tremendous difference in the lives of the thousands and thousands of people who call Middlesex County home. And of course, to my friend Nancy Pinkin, congratulations to you as your service as Middlesex County Clerk. This is such an important role, responsibility, and in fact, it is a true honor. But you have proven yourself as such a great leader for our state and our community, and I'm just grateful that you are serving in this important role. We are in challenging times as this pandemic continues to impact Middlesex County, our state, nation, and world. It is important that we have real leaders who are stepping up to these challenging times in service of others. Middlesex County has such a team of great leaders, of committed servants, and of people that I know will make the county strong in this crisis and have us thrive in the future. I wish you all the best.
Hi, this is Congressman Frank Pallone, and I want to congratulate Commissioner Leslie Koppel and Commissioner Charlie Tamaro, as well as County Clerk-elect Nancy Pinkin on their election. You couldn't have better people that are going to serve Middlesex County. And I want to say something about the county. The county is incredible in the fact that it provides such great services to its residents and also manages to be fiscally responsible. And it's been particularly difficult in the last year because of the COVID virus, but I have seen the county government step up in so many ways in providing help to small businesses, in making sure that that essential workers and frontline workers have PPE, in basically trying to do whatever they can to provide testing sites for the residents of Middlesex County. So even though it's been a tough year, Middlesex County has come through and really helped the residents. And finally, let me just mention, I know that both Elaine Flynn, our county clerk, and Kevin Hoagland, our surrogate, are retiring. I've worked with them for so many years, and again, they've been great, and I wish them well on their retirement.
Greetings, Middlesex County. I wish I could be joining you in person, but I am thrilled to be a part of this reorganization. I first want to send my regards to our retiring clerk, Elaine Flynn, and retiring surrogate, Kevin Hoagland. You two are the epitome of what it means to be a public servant. I thank you for your many years of dedication to Middlesex County. I also look forward to the swearing in of our commissioners, Koppel and Tomorrow, who will continue their great work for Middlesex, and I welcome my good friend Nancy Pinkin to her new role as county clerk. Nancy, congratulations, and I do look forward to working with you. As I begin my new term in Congress under a new administration, it is my priority to get our state and this great nation back on track. I will be working diligently with my friend and Congressman, Mr. Pallone, to ensure New Jersey gets the federal resources that it needs for state and local support, the PPE, and all-around expansive relief for our businesses, our individuals, our restaurants, and our hospitals. 2021 will be a productive year. I want to thank all of the commissioners for their work to improve the lives of our constituents every day. And I thank you to the great mayors and the council members that make up this Middlesex team. Be safe, stay well, and God bless.
Middlesex County Clerk Elaine Flynn will read the certification of election for County Clerk and members of the Board of County Commissioners.
Isn't she going to introduce me?
Did. She did. We're good to go.
She did?
Yes. Go ahead.
Let me first thank the Middlesex County citizens for 25 wonderful years. A certification of the election from the state of New Jersey, County of Middlesex. A statement of determination of the Board of County Canvassers relative to an election held in the County of Middlesex on the 3rd of November in the year of our Lord 2020 for the election of County Clerk and County Commissioners. The said board did determine that at the said election, Nancy Pinkin, Charles Timaro, and Leslie Koppel were duly elected County Clerk and County Commissioners, respective for the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey. I do hereby certify that the foregone is a true and full and correct statement of the determination of the Board of County Canvassers as filed in the office of the County Clerk of Middlesex. A witness thereof, I have hereto set my hand the 20th day of November in the year of our Lord 2020. My very best wishes to Nancy. I'm sure she will do a fabulous job. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon County Commissioner-elect Leslie Koppel of the Township of Monroe to be sworn in as a member of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners. Okay. I, Leslie Koppel,
Leslie Koppel,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of member of Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
justly perform all the duties of the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners,
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
At this time, it is my honor to congratulate County Commissioner Leslie Koppel of the Township of Monroe. Please join me in welcoming County Commissioner Koppel for remarks.
Thank you, Amy. And thank you to the residents of Middlesex County for continuing to entrust me with this responsibility. I'm honored and humbled to again be chosen to represent you as a member of the Board of County Commissioners. I couldn't have achieved this without the support of my family, my children Jacob, Remy, and Avery, and life partner Steve Hancock. Their bedrock of support keeps me happy and motivated. When I ran for office 3 years ago, Avery, my youngest daughter, was 13 at the time and was my constant companion. We made a point to stop and try an ice cream stand in each of our 25 towns. Now 16, this year, the plan was that she would be my driver with her driving permit, getting practice on the road. Well, COVID-19 put those plans on hold for us because so many events were canceled and Zoom events became our new normal. But I feel blessed that I'm here today with my children and all of you. Thank you to my Middlesex County family, my fellow county commissioners. I am proud to be part of our great team, and we are a team. Thank you also to Edie's Delgado, the entire staff at the Middlesex County Democratic Organization, led by Chairman Kevin McCabe and Vice Chair Beatrice Moskovitz. I especially congratulate the volunteers, the folks who spent time making calls to their friends, their union brothers and sisters, and those who wrote letters to remind everyone to participate in this last critical election. Your hard work helped ensure that Commissioner-elect Tamaro and I ran a successful campaign, and I'm grateful for and humbled by your dedication and support. I also want to thank the county election team. This was a challenging election cycle that was unlike any other. I am proud how the Board of Elections, the county staff, and so many volunteers worked together to ensure a safe and secure election for the residents of Middlesex County. As a voter and as an elected official, I thank you for your hard work. I look forward to beginning this term with the new title of Commissioner, and I'm excited to continue to make a difference in our communities. It's been a pleasure working with the county staff, especially the members of the Finance Department, who I have worked closely with as the chair of the Finance Committee. In 2020, we worked hard to bring much needed financial relief in the forms of grants to small businesses. We have received over 1,300 applications, and we're projecting a total program payout of over $24 million. This has been just one of the county's support initiatives during the ongoing public health crisis. Again, to the residents of Middlesex County, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to continue to represent you as a member of the Board of County Commissioners. I look forward to once again working on your behalf.
I would now like to call upon County Commissioner-elect Charles Tamaro of the Township of Edison to be sworn in as a member of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners. I, Charles Tamaro,
Little technical difficulties.
I, Charles Tamaro,
I, Charles Tamaro,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
all the duties
of member of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
of the member of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
according to the best of my ability, so help
according
me
to the
God.
best of my ability. So help me God.
At this time, it is my honor to congratulate County Commissioner Charles Tamaro of the Township of Edison. Please join me in welcoming County Commissioner Tamaro for remarks.
Thank you, Amy. Honored guests and friends, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. A new year is always a new beginning for everyone. It brings new hope and opportunity for everyone. Let me begin by saying I am honored to continue serving the people of Middlesex County for another 3-year term as County Commissioner. I will continue to fulfill my duties with dignity and honor. I will continue to put people of Middlesex County first. I am very proud to be part of the effort to stabilize county taxes, thanks to 20 straight years of dependable financial management. Middlesex County maintains a AAA bond rating. Middlesex County continues to deliver a broad menu of services to our 25 towns. Our county resources help attract new local businesses and more jobs. Existing large and small businesses to grow and prosper. Provide veterans with comprehensive access to education, workforce skills, job opportunities, and affordable housing. Expand programs in Middlesex County, making it one of New Jersey's finest liberal art community colleges. Middlesex County remains the forefront of green initiatives. We are proud of our solar energy and recycling programs. We plan to expand our recreational greenway through Edison and Metuchen. Our county has invested millions of dollars in municipal parks, and Middlesex County has forever preserved over 8,300 acres of open space in many towns. We hope to continue that preservation in 2021, and is a new opportunity to do more for the people of the county. In closing, I wish to thank some very important people. First and foremost, let me thank my wife, Maria, and our children, Justin and Amanda. Their love and support is invaluable. I also want to thank County Democratic leaders, Kevin McCade and Beatrice Moskowitz for their support. Our County Democratic members for their voice of confidence. County Administrator John Palomina for his expert management skills. My colleagues on the Board of Commissioners for their support and friendship. And all the Middlesex County employees. Their hard work makes everything possible. Allow me to congratulate and thank retiring surrogate Kevin Hoagland and County Clerk Elaine Flynn for their many years of hard work and dedicated service. And let me congratulate our new County Clerk, Nancy Pinkin. Finally, I want to thank the Middlesex County voters for their confidence, allowing me to serve the 4th term on the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Commissioners. May God help us all to be safe, and God bless the greatest little county in the land. Thank you.
I would now like to call upon County Clerk-elect Nancy J. Pinkin of the Township of East Brunswick to be sworn in as the Middlesex County Clerk. I, Nancy J. Pinkin, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties of Middlesex County Clerk
all the duties of Middlesex County Clerk
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
At this time, it is my honor to congratulate Middlesex County Clerk Nancy J. Pinkin of the Township of East Brunswick. Please welcome me in joining County Clerk Pinkin for remarks.
Thank you. This year, more than in any previous election, we saw the importance and the need for voters to have confidence in the voting process. We saw the significance of each individual vote. We saw the importance of ensuring a secure voting system. We experienced the many challenges of voting during a pandemic. We saw the dedication of election staff and poll workers who worked through the pandemic to protect the election process, and we thank them for their service. We must continue shoring up the election system that is the backbone of our democracy. During this election, we experienced the fragility of our democracy, and we saw more than ever how important it is for each of us to vote, to participate actively in the government process, and to honor and treasure the freedoms and the rights that we are granted with our citizenship. We must do all we can to honor and protect our democracy. As citizens, we must perform our civic duty. We must keep abreast of current events. We must let our voices be heard. We must vote. We must join with our family and neighbors to protect and serve our communities for the betterment of all. I am proud of the Middlesex County community and how we united to support each other through the pandemic. People from every race, creed, and culture came together to assist those who needed help. Our healthcare workers, public workers, businesses, teachers, and volunteers all worked together to provide services and supplies as needed. Restaurants helped hospitals, the hospital staff tried to help the restaurants. We saw these scenarios over and over again for the past year during the pandemic. We benefited from a diverse community whose members could reach across the globe and get the supplies and equipment that we so desperately needed. We learned to adapt and to be resilient, and we'll be stronger for it. We're grateful and hopeful that this new year brings progress in beating the spread of COVID-19. Our prayers go out to those who lost family and friends, those who suffered illnesses, and those who suffered and struggled during the economic devastation of the pandemic. I look forward to working with Middlesex County over the upcoming years, and I thank you for the privilege to serve as Middlesex County Clerk. I extend my deepest appreciation for expressions of support from Governor Murphy, from Senator Sweeney, from Craig Coughlin, for the members of our congressional delegation, from Chairman McCabe, Vice Chair Moskowitz, Chairman of East Brunswick, Dave Lonsky, and all of the committee members and voters that supported us during this process. And I thank all of you for joining us tonight. I want to thank also my husband, James Salwitz, and my family for being there to support me during my years of public service. Best wishes for a hopeful and a healthy new year. Thank you.
I will now call the roll for this reorganization meeting. County Commissioner Armwood,
Here.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber,
Here.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Here.
County Commissioner Nara,
Here.
County Commissioner Rios,
Here.
County Commissioner Tamaro.
Here.
Forgot Koppel.
Oh, County Commissioner Koppel.
Here.
We will now entertain a motion to nominate the director of this board for the year 2021. I recognize County Commissioner Armwood.
I would like to put forth the name of a gentleman who's been our leader for several years now. I'd like to put forth the name of our director, past director, Ron Rios, for County Commissioner, Director of the County Commissioner Board.
The name of County Commissioner Ronald G. Rios has been placed in nomination for director by the board by County Commissioner Armwood. I now recognize County Commissioner Koppel.
It's my absolute pleasure to second the nomination of County Commissioner Ron Rios. He's a true leader, a team leader, and it's been because of his stewardship, the county commissioners is a great place to work, and the county's in great hands. So I, with exuberance, second that nomination.
A motion has been made and seconded to nominate County Commissioner Ronald G. Rios as the director of the board. Are there any other nominations? I declare the nominations closed. I will now call the roll for the election of County Commissioner Ronald G. Rios as director for the year of 2021. County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Rios,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamaro.
Yes.
The director of this Board of County Commissioners for the year 2021 has been selected. County Commissioner Ronald G. Rios of the Borough of Carteret. I would like to now call upon County Commissioner Rios to be sworn in as the director of the Board of County Commissioners. I, Ronald G. Rios,
I, Ronald G. Rios,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties of Director of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
of the Director of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
At this time, it is my honor to congratulate Commissioner Director Ronald G. Rios of the Borough of Carteret. Please join me in viewing the Director's annual message for 2021.
Good afternoon. 1 year ago today, I stood before you on stage at Middlesex County College and outlined the county's plans for the coming year. Little did we know that 2 months later, we would be thrust into a global health pandemic and asked to stay home for the health and safety of ourselves and others. Many of our plans, our goals, our dreams were put on hold or altered as we navigated a new reality. Nevertheless, we persevered, we adapted, and we came together as a community like never before. The county flexed and reworked business operations to adjust to a new virtual world, keeping its commitment to residents and businesses. Our county workforce went above and beyond the call of duty, continuing the fight despite the challenges
and uncertainties of a global health pandemic. Without our entire team of public servants dedicating themselves to the residents of our county, we could not have adapted as we did. While the way we do things may have changed, we accomplished many goals set forth in my speech last year and even set historic records. We rose to the challenge of 2020, providing our residents with free COVID-19 testing and flu vaccines. We made history when we became the first in the nation to offer saliva-based COVID-19 tests in coordination with Rutgers and Accurate Diagnostic Labs. We then provided convenient walk-up testing, and just recently we deployed our mobile testing clinics. In a rapidly changing pandemic, our health office continuously evolves its testing methods to meet the needs of our communities and works hand in glove with the state of New Jersey to perform ever-important contact tracing data collection. 2020 was a historic year. Two of our nation's most important exercises, the census and the presidential election, took place this year, shaping the representation of our county and our state for years to come. Social distancing guidelines and stay-at-home orders required us to rethink and reevaluate how we participated in both. We again set a record with the largest voter turnout in Middlesex County history, enhanced by the ease and security of vote-by-mail ballots. We also garnered nearly 75% participation amongst county residents in the 2020 census, a significant increase from our 2010 response, by reaching out to hard-to-reach communities across the county. While 2020 may have caused much heartache and pain for families in our county, it did bring us together and gave us a greater sense of community. We stayed home for the sake of our neighbors. We called our kids and relatives more, and grandkids taught their grandparents how to use FaceTime and Zoom. We supported our local business community by continuing to order our favorite takeout and all enjoyed a little more fresh air on walks around our neighborhoods. As we take a collective sigh that the year is behind us, we can look to the hope that a new year brings. While 2020 brought us together, 2021 will lead us forward, and our all-important work with the pandemic will continue. However, this new year will present the opportunity to continue making crucial investments in our economic and educational infrastructures. This month, the county will move full steam ahead on its economic development strategy to attract, retain, and expand businesses in 3 key industries: life sciences, food innovation, and electric connected autonomous vehicles. In keeping with the strategies developed by the Destination 2040 Strategic Plan, a master economic roadmap, the county's future-thinking growth strategy will foster opportunities and pathways across a variety of disciplines, including education, technology, healthcare, and business. As Middlesex County continues to grow as an economic epicenter in New Jersey, as shown in the recent announcement of the hub in New Brunswick, we will be well-positioned to welcome entrepreneurs and industry leaders to a thriving community in which business, arts and culture, and innovation are fostered to give our residents the environment in which they will lead healthy, dynamic, and prosperous lives. With the launch of a comprehensive campaign in markets throughout the nation, including major metropolitan areas like New York and Boston, along with the growth of our Office of Business Engagement, Middlesex County is making strategic investment in our economic future. Additionally, the county is investing in Middlesex County College and the students who will become the entrepreneurs, CEOs, essential workers, and life science experts of businesses that will call Middlesex County home. Students embarking on a career at Middlesex County College, soon to be named Middlesex College, will receive a first-class education and be given invaluable real-world opportunities to succeed and thrive personally, academically, and professionally. For example, we are providing a pathway for oncology education with the forthcoming Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. To truly realize our vision for a thriving economy in Middlesex County, we must continue to be vigilant today in our fight against COVID-19. We need to create a safe environment for our residents to return to work and school in order to grow our economy and our workforce.
To do that, the county will continue to perform free COVID-19 testing, evolving with the needs of the community. We will continue our important contact tracing work. And with the vaccine on the horizon, the county will undoubtedly play a key collaborative role to bring the game-changing vaccine to our residents, working in conjunction with officials at local, state, and national levels. We're making strides against the virus, but we must still remain vigilant until it is eradicated. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, work with the contact tracers, and please remember that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Check-ins with family and friends, exercise, and self-care routines will continue to get you through. We all bear a shared responsibility in keeping ourselves healthy and safe in order to protect others. 2021 will signal change, and with change comes hope and opportunities. Together, we can lead forward to a healthier and more prosperous future with endless possibilities.
Middlesex County is a community, learning from the past, committed to the present, and looking toward the future. Navigating through this pandemic, we found innovative ways to advance scientific testing and support healthcare partners. We've rallied around businesses and essential workers. We've worked together to help those in need. And now, although there is more work to be done, we can begin to look ahead with the strength and support we gain by partnering with one another. We are Middlesex County, leading together.
I wish everyone a safe, happy, and healthy new year, and I pray that our first responders and healthcare workers always return home safely. May God bless our troops, and may God bless America.
I'd now like to recognize County Commissioner Director Rios to conduct the balance of the meeting.
Thank you, Amy. I'd first like to say thank you to my family for supporting me and serving in public life. And I'd also like to thank my fellow commissioners for their faith and trust and confidence in me and giving me the honor of being director of the County Commission. At this time, I recognize County Commissioner Ascona Barber for a motion to spread the director's message upon the minutes of this meeting.
Motion to spread the director's message.
I recognize County Commissioner Tamaro to second the motion.
Second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. We will now entertain a motion to nominate the Deputy Director of this board for the year 2021. I recognize County Commissioner Nara.
Director, it's my honor to place into nomination for Deputy Director our fellow Commissioner Kenneth Armwood. He's been an amazing member of this board, and I think he will be a asset to not only our board, but the entire county.
At this time, I'd also like to recognize County Commissioner Charlie Kenny.
It is my honor to second that nomination.
Okay, a motion has been made and seconded to nominate County Commissioner Ken Armwood as Deputy Director of this board. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I declare nominations be closed. Okay, the clerk will call a roll call for County Commissioner Ken Armwood as Deputy Director for the year 2021.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamaro,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. The Deputy Director of the Board of County Commissioners for the year 2021 has been elected. County Commissioner Ken Armwood of the Township of Piscataway. I will ask Amy Petroselli, the clerk of the board, to administer the oath of office to Deputy Director.
I, Kenneth Armwood,
I, Kenneth Armwood,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
all
the duties
the duties
of Deputy Director of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners
of Deputy Director of the Middlessex County Board of County Commissioners,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
At this time, it is my honor to congratulate County Commissioner Deputy Director Ken Armwood of the Township of Piscataway. Congratulations, Commissioner, Deputy Director. Okay, we will now have discussion by any county commissioner on any item listed on the agenda. Any of the commission have any comments on the agenda? Okay, hearing none. I would like to thank all those joining us for tonight's reorganization meeting for your attendance. In order to keep the quorum of this meeting and allow those wishing to speak to do so uninterrupted, the following instructions, which the clerk of the board recited earlier, apply to this meeting. For those joining us on this call who have spoken in the past, please note that these instructions have changed due to changes in the technology being utilized. Members of the public joining via telephone must press *9 to virtually raise their hand to speak. Members of the public joining via computer or Zoom app should click on the raise hand button on their screen.
That's his number.
Hand is raised, you will be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, participants on the phone will be instructed to press *6 to unmute themselves. Participants on the computer or Zoom app will receive a request to unmute themselves via a pop-up window. You will know when you have been unmuted, and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you are unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments or are told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. Now, the moderator will open up the floor for public comments or questions on only resolutions that are listed. Moderator, do we have anyone in the queue?
Director, yes, at this time, there are participants wishing to speak. I will unmute the first one now.
Okay. For the first one, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on only resolutions that are listed.
Hi, my name is Dave Chan. I'm a resident of East Brunswick, 1 Jason Drive. Good evening. Thanks for your service. Actually, I don't know what's exactly on the resolution. I didn't have the thing in front of me, but I just had a general question. Given the state of unrest and what we saw at the Capitol yesterday.
Mr. Chan, if I may interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have 5 minutes to speak on the resolutions that are listed. Now, for questions other than the items that are listed, you have 5 minutes at the end of the meeting before we end our meeting. At the later on in the meeting, you will
okay.
speak on anything that you would like.
All right. Okay.
Just going to have to do it again, do the process again about raising your hand.
I hope I don't go over to the back of the line. All right.
Thank you. Moderator, is there anyone else in the queue that wants to speak on any resolutions listed?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next participant.
Thank you. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on only resolutions that are listed. Hello? Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on resolutions listed.
Director, it seems as though the individual has not unmuted. I will move to the next individual.
Okay. For the next person, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on resolutions listed.
Good evening. This is Miriam Cohen, the Council President of the Monroe Township Council. I speak very briefly to thank you for the condolences extended to us on the loss of our very beloved mayor, and our congratulations to our homegrown Leslie as sworn in again as a commissioner. We wish all of you well, and we wish everyone to stay safe and stay well. Thank you.
I just have to remind everyone, please, again, you have to speak on resolutions listed at
I know, I'm getting off. Okay.
Anyone else in the queue?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
My name is Angela Mendez, and my address is 66 Tyndale Ave, Monroe, New Jersey. And I just want to note for all of you, I think the reason why you're not getting questions about the resolutions is because we don't know where to look. So I guess I want to apologize on behalf of the public, because I'm just like everyone else. We don't know what you guys are talking about. And the invite did not provide information. Thank you.
These resolutions are listed on our website. Anyone else would like to speak on resolutions listed?
Yes, Director, there are hands raised. I will allow the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on resolutions listed.
Christo Macropolis, according to the Sunshine Law, I don't have to provide my address. Christo Macropolis, according to the Sunshine Law, I don't have to provide my address. May I please continue to speak about the resolutions only? And congratulations, Director Rios, congratulations.
Yes,
Mr.
Director,
Kelso.
that you have the ability to request the residency of the individual speaking.
Please state your name and address.
Attorney Kelso, he can request my residency, but I don't have to give out that information. According to the Sunshine Law, I just have to provide my name or whatever I identify as. I gave you my real name, Christo Macropolis. I can call in as Spider-Man if I wanted to. May I please continue?
Mr. Kelso.
Director, I believe it would be appropriate if we asked him the community that he lives in, rather than asking for a street address.
It may be.
Please give us
It would be appropriate, but I don't have to provide that. At the same time, with all common sense, Director Rios, you know I'm from Edison, New Jersey. You know I'm from Middlesex County, New Jersey.
Thank you. Okay, so then please state your question and any resolutions listed.
Why do you guys have to force the public to do your demands rather than follow the law that you
Please,
took in?
what's your question in reference to resolutions?
Yes, please give me a moment because I just finally pulled those up. How much time do I have left, timekeeper? Because they wasted half my time. No reply. Okay. I would like to speak for 21. Wait, where is it? I'm sorry, it took me a while to find it on the page. Okay, 21-2R, authorize John Palomina and Carl Spataro to act as signatories on disclosure statements required for various real estate matters. The sponsors, County Commissioner, I'm gonna call you guys freeholders still. Freeholder Director Ron Rios. I'm against this because last time I called in, I gave numerous conflicts of interest regarding John Polomina. Director Rios, you said my comments were off the wall, even though everything I said was completely factual, and I'm just completely against this. How can we have someone continuously in our government that he's just a walking conflict of interest? That's what I'll call him. He's just a complete walking conflict of interest. But I'll move on. Let me read some more. Timekeeper, how much time do I have left?
Amy,
30 seconds.
How long?
30 seconds, she said you had.
All right, I'm gonna wrap up my 30 seconds at January 7th. It's the Orthodox Christmas for Eastern Europeans, Asians, and Africa. And today we
Thank you for your
celebrate
comments.
Christmas.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the queue, moderator?
Yes, Director, I will unmute the next participant.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak on resolutions listed.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mr. Commissioner Director. This is Charlie Cradaville from New Brunswick. I'm the editor of New Brunswick Today. Congratulations on your, extension of your term as the person running these meetings. I did want to address two resolutions on your agenda today. 17 and 18 are both for the scheduling of the meetings this year. And I guess first I wanted to know if you're planning to hold these meetings on Zoom or if we're going to go back to the 20th century technology.
Mr. Cradaville, you mean as far as trying to go back in the meeting room at the Freeholder meeting room in the administration building?
Yeah, or the telephone system that you've been using. Just curious if this is if you're going to stick with Zoom or not.
Well, it's all dependent on how this pandemic is working, and we try to make sure that we make every effort to allow the general public to participate in our meetings through the technology that we have. So we're always trying to make sure that we give that opportunity to the public and making sure that we get the latest technology if we can't come in person for the safety of the public and our employees as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, I do think it's superior to have the video as opposed to solely the audio. But I did want to raise an issue that maybe your council should look at. I know the board says that you're in compliance with NJAC 5:39-1, which is the new remote meeting rules that I think you should be aware of. Section 4F actually requires that if you are going to have a video meeting, that the public be able to also make their comments on video. I don't see that opportunity tonight. I haven't seen anybody go on video. I'm calling in on my phone and broadcasting this from my computer, but just something that you should be aware of. If you are going to move ahead with the video meetings, you have to provide the public with the same access to be on camera that you all have. And so, encourage you to do the video meeting.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, sir?
I'm sorry. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. And then, yeah, so about regarding the schedule, are you going to have conference meetings? I know the freeholders used to have a conference meeting on Monday nights, and that was a good opportunity for the public to get some advance notice of what you were going to be putting on your agenda for the Thursday meetings. But of course, a few years ago, you changed that to have the conference meetings just an hour before your regular meeting, which kind of made them somewhat less useful, I would say even pointless. And I know that since the pandemic, you've just been canceling the conference meetings. Are you going to try to have conference meetings this year?
We have briefings and updates to the freeholders. Commissioners that we have occasionally or on. But as far as the agenda meeting, we will continue to have the agenda meeting. We'll continue to have our regular business meeting at 7 o'clock. And if there is a change, we will let the public know on that.
Okay, so the schedule you're passing tonight does not include the conference meetings. It's only the regular meetings now.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying. I do think that it's something the freeholders should look at. I know you, sir, are the most senior member of this board, which I just used the wrong name for. But the commissioners should look back at those, how the meetings were run back when you first got on the board. Like I like to point out, Dave Crabiel would give people 10 minutes to speak, and the agenda meetings were held on Monday, and provided a good opportunity for the public to have more information and more input in the county business. So I know you got a lot going on, but having more meetings would be a good thing. And so I encourage you to do that, and to obviously notify the public and give the public the opportunity to comment at those meetings as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Moderator, anyone else in the public to speak?
Yes, Director. There is another individual. I will allow that individual to speak now.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak only on resolutions listed. Hello? You can unmute yourself. Is that person unmuting themselves? Operator?
No, Director. I have allowed the individual to speak, but the individual is still muted.
Okay. Anyone else in a queue?
No, at this time, Director, there are no other hands raised.
Is there a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Mr. Kelso.
Yes, Director, I do not.
I'm sorry. Okay, you're going to say it?
Yeah, I don't believe there's any commissioner that wishes to remove any of the items on the agenda. If not, then Director, a motion would be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 21-01 through resolution 21-19.
Motion to move the resolutions?
Motion by Commissioner Kenny, seconded by Commissioner Koppel. Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamaro,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Okay. Before we begin the public portion, I would like to once more reiterate the following instructions to participate in the meeting. Members of the public joining via telephone must press *9 to virtually raise your hand to speak. Members of the public joining via computer or Zoom app should click on the raise hand button on their screen. When your hand is raised, you will be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, participants on the phone will be instructed to press *6 to unmute themselves. Participants on the computer or Zoom app will receive a request to unmute themselves via a pop-up window. You will know when you have been unmuted, and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you're unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments or are told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the operator. If I have to declare you out of order, you will be declared out of order, and you will be, just to maintain decorum and order in our meeting. Now the operator will open up the floor for public comments or questions. Operator, do we have anyone in the queue?
Yes, yes, Director, we do. I will allow the first individual to speak.
Okay, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak.
Hi, this is Dave Chen again. I'm at East Brunswick. So just to follow what I was touching on initially, given the situation in the Capitol yesterday and how politics and just the whole atmosphere of the nation is so polarized right now, I have a vested interest in dialing down the temperature of that rhetoric. I wanted to know, is there any sort of initiatives that y'all are taking to affect that change? things that I have in mind are maybe like organizations like the Braver Angels organization that has like workshops that sort of try to come to bridge the gap between different political leaning folks. So I pose that question to you guys. What are you guys doing to sort of dial down the temperature right now, the political polarization?
Well, as I stated earlier in the meeting, once we started the meeting, that this country is built on law and order. And of course, protest is permitted as long as there's no there's violence or destruction of property. Being that this is such a new event that just happened just yesterday, obviously we are going to be speaking to our community services people and our public safety people to see how we can try to lower the climate or the temperature in these situations that were experienced yesterday, because we don't want to see that happen anywhere.
Okay. Will you guys like follow up with like some updates on the community newsletter or whatnot, something like that?
Well, I would imagine that we will probably come up with something on our website or on our social media on things that any kind of actions that we would take to try to make sure that if people want to help out or people want to understand what we're doing, we'll let them know via social media or our website.
That sounds great. I really appreciate the effort. And if I might add one more thing, yeah, I was totally lost when you asked about resolution thing. Like if you included a link to your agenda in the Zoom sort of update or Zoom link, that would have been really great. But, that's also part of my own ignorance as well. So I didn't know to look it up. But yeah, if I might throw that 2 cents in there. Again, thanks for your time. Thanks for letting me speak.
Thank you for your comments. Moderator, is there anyone else in the queue?
Yes, Director, I'll move to the next participant.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. My name is Angela Mendez. I want to echo the gentleman earlier. I was also the lady who was a little lost with the agenda, so apologies about that. It's my first time, attending one of these, even though I have been on your website, and try to educate myself to be a good citizen and understand everything that's going on around it. And I do please urge you to, I'm sure you know this, the public is probably not always in Middlesex County thinking about exactly every little activity that your office does. So anything that you can do to even make it even more digestible for us to put that link on the Zoom link would be highly, highly appreciated. Sorry to ask you to treat us like children, but I think it would be really helpful. So thank you in advance for considering that. The question that I have is more related towards the train station and whether due to the situation that our country, our world is dealing with, funding not necessarily being available for everything, are plans still moving forward with the train station? And if so, if you could just kind of generally speak to where we are with that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much again for all the work that everyone in your office and every single public servant does on our behalf. Thank you.
Yeah, the train station project is a priority for all of us. It's going to make such a difference for the southern section of the county, but it's not only going to be, a county boost for the county. It's going to be a regional advancement for the region. And, we really think it's moving in the right direction. We have commitment from the state and partnership with the state. And of course, we were working with, we not only have to work with the state, we also have to work through with Conrail and with Amtrak. So there's a lot of moving parts to this, but it's certainly moving in the right direction, and we're getting support from the state as well. Anyone?
Yeah, sorry, thank you. But does that mean that, do you have generally like a timeline when we might see more specific action on it? The latest that I had read was that, not sure if the engineers were still drafting plans. That's the kind of granularity that I was looking for. Like where are we?
John Palomino, can you elaborate a little bit on that, please?
Yes, Director. We had gone out for proposals from engineering firms. We have received them. We are reviewing the proposals that were submitted. And our hope is that we will make an award sometime in March or April to award to an engineering company to begin the design of the train station in North Brunswick, I'm sorry.
I hope that answers the question.
Thank you so much. So basically in 2 months, potentially, we may be seeing a signing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for all the hard work.
Thank you. Anyone else in the queue?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next participant.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Commissioner, yes, thank you so much. My name is Deepan Ray, and my address is 5 Sojourner Way, Old Bridge in Middlesex County. Actually, I have a quick question about COVID vaccine distribution in the county. I'm a pharmacist and immunizer myself. So I was curious to know how I can offer my services to my county residents and be a part of the whole distribution program. Is there any way I can take some initiative to organize a community clinic to offer this vaccination to our community residents?
Director, this is
I'm going to
Commissioner
refer
Nara.
this question to Les Jones.
Director, this is Commissioner Nara.
Yes.
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 Mr. Ray got in touch with me, and I was actually going to be reaching out to him tomorrow. The governor had released a press release asking people who have the necessary qualifications and experience in the area, such as yourself, to volunteer. And someone from our community health department, our health department is going to reach out to you, Mr. Ray. We're certainly, our plan is when everything ramps up, we're going to need people like you to work with us. So we will reach out.
We have, if you go on our website and you go on our health department, you'll see where we're looking, we're grateful that you're concerned about being supportive in the vaccination process. And if you go on our website, you'll see where there's a section there that you can participate, give your information, and be part of the team for the inoculation.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I want to be a part of myself, provide my service to the community.
We can't thank you enough, sir. Thank you. Okay, is there any other operators or any other people in the queue?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next participant.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Andy Pelori from Monroe Township, 16 St. James Street. It's my great pleasure to congratulate each and every one of you, especially Director Ron Rios and Deputy Director Ken Armwood. Excellent leadership. But before I do that, I'll be remiss if I did not acknowledge my own freeholder, the Commissioner from Monroe Township, Leslie Koppel. Congratulations and good luck to everybody. Director, I really appreciate you taking the initiative of innovative things that need to happen in Middlesex County, such as the connected vehicles and automated vehicles. We'll be more than happy to play a part in it if you so choose to use my services. Thank you very much and good luck in 2021 to everybody.
Thank you for the kind words. Operator, is there anyone else in the queue that?
Yes, Director, I'll move to the next participant.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you loud and clear.
You hear me? Okay, it's Assemblyman Rob Karabinchak, 84 Webb Street, Edison, New Jersey. And Mr. Director, I just want to congratulate Leslie and Charlie on the re-election, and also Nancy on her position as county clerk. And Mr. Director, I absolutely look forward to working with you and all of the commissioners in the county to move this county in my district in a better direction this year. And anything we could do in the state, I'm here for you. You all have my cell numbers. Please, let's stay in contact and let's make this year the best year coming up. Thank you, Mr. Director.
Thank you, Assemblyman. We appreciate your comments, and obviously we appreciate your support and your partnership. You've been a very valuable partner for our county and your district, so we appreciate it. Thank you. Is there anyone else in the queue? Operator, is there anyone in the queue?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual now.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes. You could unmute yourself.
I'm sorry. My name is Ken Zarnecki. I'm a committee man from East Brunswick, the heart of Middlesex County. I live at 551 Cranberry Road. And I'm just going to say some congratulations to the Director Ron Rios and the Deputy Director Ken Armwood, and the re-elected commissioners, Koppel and Tamaro. And I want to thank the outgoing constitutional officers, Elaine Flynn, for her great service, and the same for our surrogate, Mr. Hoagland. And the one person I'm leaving out is our shining star of East Brunswick, Nancy Pinkin. And I know you're going to have a part-time following what Elaine has done, but we have faith that you're going to be up to the job and show everybody that Middlesex County is got some really good people working. One thing I noticed at the if you go to the Middlesex County website, I don't know who keeps your data uploaded, but you are still listed as freeholders. I'm sorry, and not commissioners. So
We'll make sure. I'm sorry. We'll make sure that we get that corrected.
Okay, yeah, it was just because I was looking for the resolutions and I couldn't find it. Anyway, thank you for letting me speak, and I yield my time to the next speaker.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else in the queue, operator?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Yes, this is Councilwoman Daria from Jamesburg. And I would just like to thank all of you for the great job you do for Middlesex County. It's a pleasure working with all of you. You've done a lot for Jamesburg, and we certainly appreciate every one of you. I'd like to congratulate our Director Rios, our Deputy Director Armwood, and our new commissioners, Leslie Koppel, Charlie Tamaro, and our new clerk, Nancy Pinkin. Thank you all so much for all you do. Happy New Year, and God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else, operator?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Mr. Macropolis, am I recognized?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't see Tamara on the screen. Being from South Edison, I want to thank, we might not always agree on everything, but I think we can agree on what a decent human being is. And Charlie, I think you're a decent human being. You're always supporting the South Edison community. I know what you do at the White Church and the, I forget the name, the food pantry, Hands for Hope. I appreciate that a lot. And the residents do as well. Congratulations. I would like to, when I get off of here, I would like you guys to wish everyone happy Orthodox Christmas, since it is January 7th, going on the calendar of Julius Caesar. Now, I didn't like the way we started this off, the politicking that was going on. Now, being a libertarian, I really don't care for all. Oh, and I want to say what's up to Millie Scott. I'm a fan of Millie Scott. She's always nice to me. But going back to how you guys started this off with Washington, you know, the Democrats did promote an atmosphere of racism. They're always promoting an atmosphere of racism. I wouldn't be proud of yourselves. Joe Biden is the worst candidate you could have possibly put forth. I'll never forget how he supported ISIS in Syria, killing a lot of the community, killing a lot of Orthodox Christians. I'll never forget how Joe Biden, Obama, and Hillary Clinton's administration spent $6 billion USA tax dollars to overthrow a democratically elected government in Ukraine with neo-Nazis, again, killing Orthodox Christians. So we are in some dark days ahead of us, just for the fact that Joe Biden got elected. Hey, if it was me, I would have wanted Jesse Ventura elected. I would have wanted somebody like Ron Paul. But again, anybody but Joe Biden, for me, or Hillary, would have been a win. If you're gonna promote what's going on in Washington, is just, you know, I've seen some riots that went on in Greece in 2008 for a long time, and it makes what's going on in Washington look like Sesame Street, to be honest with you. So let's not get over exaggerated. We all know that the Antifa radicals, the BLM, they were destroying things for a whole lot longer. Let's just move forward and stop the politicking all the time. I mean, last year, Governor Murphy started off the year at the reorg meeting. I'll never forget how he started off the year. He started off the year at our reorg meeting, blaming the Black Hebrew Israelite cult as right-wing extremists, when we all know they're just a fanatical cult. They're not even political. Most of them are left-wing radicals. But again, that just goes to show you guys take every opportunity, and you wonder why nobody likes the Democrats and nobody's coming to your side, because you guys have these radicals like Ilhan Omar and AOC, and rather than denouncing them, you continue doing exactly what they want you to do, dividing the country, labeling people. I mean, all that nonsense has to stop. And again, Merry Orthodox Christmas to everybody. Amy, how much time do I got left? How long? I can't hear, but Director Rios, stop asking people for their names and addresses when they come in here. I can call. I
run the meeting, not you.
You're out of order. I can call in here. I can call in here as Spider-Man. I can call in here as Vladimir Putin. You took an oath to the Constitution, okay? And when you demand somebody to give their address, not knowing if they're a domestic violence victim or if people are stalking them, this is absolutely unacceptable. Stop forcing people to do things that's why I still call you guys freeholders, because you're a bunch of slave owners. I still look at you like a bunch of slave owners, all right? Stop forcing people to do what you demand and start following the law. The law, that's why I doing Sheriff Millie Scott, sometimes you got to step in. Remember, you're the chief law enforcement officer of this land, and you got to remind these tyrants sometimes, hey, follow the Constitution. You took an oath to uphold. God bless you, Amy.
Thank you. Goodbye. Anyone else, moderator?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes. Are they unmuted?
They are not, Director.
You have to unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Okay, my name is Catherine Riss. I live at 290 River Road, apartment M1 in the great town of Piscataway. And I just, first of all, want to say, God bless you all Love you all. It's great to see your faces. You're all still alive and well. I hope, Millie, I miss you. Santi and Kenny, I miss you. It's just really great to see you. So thank you for being here and for all the hard work you do for our county and for our residents and for putting up with us despite everything. I just had a couple questions. One is about the website. I'm what's called an essential worker. And so I'm very concerned about the spiking rates of the virus in the various areas in the county. And I've had a hard time finding a place where I can see by town what the graph is, you know, if it's going up, how fast, what the rates of infection are and so forth. If you could add that to the website, that'd be a great boon to those of us that are watching this rather closely. And the other thing is I'm wondering about once we get the vaccine and we're ready to distribute it, I read that there's just going to be the one place where you'll be doing that over in Edison. And I'm wondering if there will be other locations that might be easier for some folks to get to. And also,
I'm sorry. We're always trying to see if we can add more sites for testing and of course for the implementation of the vaccine. So, you know, it's a matter of what's logistically best for public safety. So this way people can get in and out and obviously maintain the social distancing and expedite the whole process. So we're always trying to tweak that, for lack of a better term.
Director, this is Commissioner Nara. Perhaps Les Jones might have some more specifics, but what Catherine Riss was just mentioning was the state is going to have one site. One of the 6 state sites is going to be in Edison, but the county, we're going to have some other locations and we're setting those things up and we're in a good place organizationally. I don't know if Les Jones is available to give any more specifics, but there'll be information on the website, Catherine, and we'll try to make it as accessible as possible.
John, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, Commissioner Nara and Commissioner Director, yes. As Commissioner Nara indicated, the one site in the Raritan Center is really driven by the state. We are going to be creating 5 different hub locations throughout Middlesex County at a minimum that would allow the proper distribution of the vaccine in a way that provides easy access to our residents. We also will be working closely with the pharmacies such as CVS, Walgreens, and others like within ShopRite to also be able to provide key locations so there'll be easy accessibility to the residents of Middlesex County. Our hope is in that in the next week, that the 10 days as the vaccine becomes more available to us, that these sites will be opening up and we'll be providing that information to the public through our website. I would also say if you can provide your name to Amy, an address or email. On our website, we do have a breakdown of the virus by municipality, and that information is updated daily. But again, the website location will also provide you an opportunity to both register and reserve a spot as the vaccine becomes available. Right now, we're focusing on those workers within the healthcare community first. And the expectation is in the coming weeks, it will be opened up, hopefully, to the general public, more information to follow.
Again, the website is middlesexcounty.nj.gov/COVID-19 for information on the COVID.
I've been looking there. I just was looking for a place where there'd be graphs showing, you know, what the trends are in the different towns. I haven't found that yet. I don't see a place to put my email address in the chat for you, Amy. Kenny's got it. You could ask him. He knows what my email address is. The other thing is, I'm just wondering, for those of us who are essential workers, are we just going to be signing up to get the shots individually, or is there going to be any effort to go to workplaces where there's a lot of people and you know, do the vaccinations en masse like that, or what's the plan?
John or Les?
Again, our main location right now is at the Fire Academy in Sayville for the essential workers right now. And again, what we're looking at is physical locations throughout the county and potentially setting up mobile units that will allow us to go directly to sites where there's high numbers of individuals to bring the vaccine to them.
Time's up.
Thank you. Anyone else in the queue? Moderator?
Yes, Director, I will move to allow the next individual to speak.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes. Unmute yourself. I guess they're not there. Is there anyone else, operator?
Yes, yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes. Please unmute yourself if you want to speak.
Sorry. Good evening once again, Commissioners. This is Charlie Cradaville with New Brunswick Today. First question through you, Mr. Director, for the sheriff. Could you tell me how many sheriff's officers are currently employed by the County of Middlesex?
Sheriff, do you have that number available to you? I don't know if she's still on.
I'm still here. 190.
190, okay. The reason I ask is I take note on the sheriff's website that in 2019, there were 11 suspensions or terminations for a variety of offenses. And these are only the suspensions that are 10 days or more, the ones that are required to be reported to the public, unlike most disciplinary action. And so I wanted to ask, first of all, are those 11 different officers, or were there any officers that got suspended more than once or got suspended and then turned?
I would refer that question to Mr. Kelso.
Excuse me. I don't believe it's appropriate to provide that type of detail. I think the filings that are required by the state does not require there to be an identification of any kind of a multiple action taken against a particular officer. I would suggest that if Sheriff Scott is even aware of that information off the top of her head, it really was discretionary on her part to provide it, but I don't know that she has that detail.
Okay. First of all, it's a cause for concern if there are, officers being suspended multiple times in the course of a year. But let's say that that's not the case and there's 11 officers that have been suspended. Well, that's almost 6% of the force suspended or terminated in 2019. And I will note that the 2020 professional standards summary report has not yet been posted to the sheriff's website. Could the sheriff tell us, when that will be shared with the public?
Sheriff, I don't know if you're able to answer that yet.
No, I'm not.
That's a work in progress.
Okay, and maybe Mr. Kelso can tell us if there's a statutory requirement for that to be published on an annual basis?
It's generally done at the end of the year, but there is some leeway with regard to the actual filing of that because sometimes the information is slow in being compiled, and it also how quickly it can actually be identified in the on the website itself. But it is something that is filed generally by the end of the year. But I know that there is leeway with regard to that.
Okay. Well, I think the public has a right to know this stuff. Obviously, the governor put forth or the AG put forth a directive to have it be significantly more transparent, and that's being debated right now in the courts. But just from what I can see here, 2019 is very much cause for concern about the misconduct at the sheriff's office, and so I hope that the 2020 list is posted very soon so we can see how that fares compared to 2019. Speaking of 2019 and 2020 professional standards reports, the MCPO does not have either of those up. They have up through 2018. Is the county prosecutor here, or could somebody tell me when that one might be posted? Obviously, looks like they're a year behind or more.
I would recommend that you call the county prosecutor's office to get that information.
Okay, I'll follow up with them. And of course, we had a lot of conversation about the summary reports put forth by the warden and the Middlesex County Adult Correction Center. I will point out that the 2020 report does cite 2 people who were terminated for abusing the time policies there. And I still haven't really been able to figure out exactly what was going on with those 2 folks who were caught up in the criminal justice system. And, the freeholders, at the time, the freeholders were effectively protecting those folks, keeping their name from being released, and still have not released that information to the public, even though they were charged with crimes. So I think we need more transparency. We need to investigate the misconduct. And the first step is just having a good tracking of it. And it seems that, some
Time is
agencies
up.
are
Thank you,
lacking.
Mr. Cradiville.
I had a number of other things to bring up.
Operator, is there any more?
Yes, Director, I will move to the next individual.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Council President of Piscataway, Kapil Shah, 423 Netherwood Avenue. No complaint. Happy New Year, and look forward with you on 2021. And congratulations, Ronald Rio, Nancy Pinky, and Leslie. And Ken Armwood, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Moderator, is there anyone else in the queue?
At this time, Director, there are no other hands raised.
Is there a motion to close? Is there a motion to close?
Motion to
Close the public discussion.
Molis, and a second?
Second.
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.